You cannot make this shit up, y'all. The government thinks a 7-year-old can be independent now.
That's a lie.
So check this out. There's a new proposal that could redefine dependence, dropping the age from 18 all the way down to 7. That means once your kid turns 8, they may not qualify for support, like food stamps or child tax credits. So basically, we're saying a second grader should cook, pay bills, and take care of themselves. In what world does that make sense, y'all? This is not just a bad policy. It's flat out dangerous. Kids need support, not independence at the age of 7. I mean, is this really what America needs right now? Unbelievable.
You know me. You know what I'm gonna do.
Let us investigate.
So to start off, SNAP is the Supplement of Nutrition Assistance Program. And Trump is just saying, maybe between 7 to 18, you need to justify it. For example, maybe under the new law, parents of children aged 7 to 18 would be required to work or engage in a work-related activities for at least 20 hours per week to qualify for benefits. Parents with children under 18 could be exempted from this requirement. And just in case you're gonna tell me, then why are you talking about America? Because what you do in America keep affecting Europe, and I need to educate people in Europe how stupid America is, that we don't need to follow those things that they want to try to copy.
Do you trust me?
No.
It's changing the dependent age from 18 to 7. So I just need to know in August, are we sending them back to school or are we sending them to work? Because if the dependent age is now 7, you trying to say they dependent. If I'm not mistaken, back in the day, they used to work at that age, right? So is he trying to tell us that they need to go back to work? Because I don't think Trump know that these kids ain't regular kids. These kids will flip out if they ain't got they tablets. Now, is we putting them in IT? Is we teaching them kids how to code? They might like that. They might like that. We're going to have to figure out them some jobs because they ain't going to do regular jobs. They barely listen to them teachers. Like, these employers is about to catch hell. They gonna be babysitters. And don't put me at the same company as my kids. I don't want to work with them. I already got to be with them at home. Like, y'all done already took them out of school, so now y'all want them to work, and then don't put them as the same company as me.
Another disinformation. And then you joke about, don't put my kid with me. I'm like, what? Since when do you want to be that separated from your kid? I have parents telling me sometimes, you really enjoy being around your kid. I'm like, yeah, I made him.
Yup.
My kid is not walking around, I don't have an iPad. My kid will be walking around, where's my parents? Whose fault is that? But if you want to get your SNAP benefits, I can give you a bunch of options that I looked up for you. If you have another kids below 7, you're still going to get the SNAP. If you have a disability that you can't really work, hey, you might be pregnant again, but that might open a new loophole, so people might have baby, and you're always in the system. You can become a full-time student, go study something to give back to the government, or you can just go work and pay taxes just like everybody else. You can do participation in certain programs, rehabilitation, job training, education. You got options, but I hear fearful message, yo, they want to send your kid to work. And the last option, unless you live in a desert, the government still gives you the option, but you need to prove to them at least that you're living in a desert. Adelo, remember to subscribe.
Why did you subscribe? ¿Por qué?
This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Like, and how much is you paying these kids? Because if you my 7-year-old he needs to get paid well. He can't work for pennies. So that ain't gonna work either. Then you can't even disrespect that kids. Because now they got to leave their job to go to this job. They're going to probably, oh my Lord, Trump ain't thinking this out. He ain't thinking this out clearly. And then the big families is definitely going to get the most, like, to hit the most. Like them single parents, they got like 8, 9, 10 kids.
First of all, maybe you're thinking exactly how the Democrat, the big politician people might want you to think, because that's their narrative usually, to make you a permanent victim. And secondly, this is not about white. This is not about black. It's about people it's about people misusing the whole system to justify, I can just keep doing the thing for the wrong reason. Because the system was never meant to maintain babies so much. It was supposed to help you because you made the mistake. But the idea these days is like it's normal to make mistakes.
I have been on welfare for 14 years. 14 years. Since I got pregnant with my oldest, I have been getting food stamps and cash assistance. Just recently, I was put on Section 8. I've been collecting disability for me and my kids now for almost 3 years. They are now trying to tell me to receive cash benefits, to be eligible for cash every month, okay? I get $2,200 a month in cash. That's not food stamps. That's cash. That I have to work a minimum of 20 hours a week to be eligible for the cash. That's the whole point. I refuse to work. I don't want to work. I want the taxpayers to support me and my 6 kids. That's the whole point of being on welfare, is sitting on your ass and collecting money for literally doing nothing. So now they want to take my cash benefits and force me to go get a job? Are you kidding me? No. If you take my cash away, that's taking income, which means you're going to have to give me more in food stamps. I already get over $4,000 a month in food stamps. What are you going to bump it up to? $6,000 a month in food stamps? I don't need that much food. I need cash. This is bullshit. This is not fair.
I hope this is fake. I really mean it. I hope this is fake. Because if you're getting about 4,000 in food stamps, 4,000, and you're like, I don't need so much food. I'm like, yeah, I get it. But now you want cash? For what? Maybe even the school is going to give you discounts so you don't have to pay for the food at the school. I've never thought you could get so much money from the government. I'm not saying it's not okay to help people, but the whole idea that I need to pay for your kids so much and you might be able to work, that's wild.
Baby, when people be like, girl, how you get food stamps? I wish I get food stamps. You better start lying. That lady called me and said, ma'am, I said, yes, ma'am. She gonna say, what's your address? I said, ma'am, I don't have no address. I've been homeless for 3, 4, 5 months. I have nothing. My family won't let me stay with them, ma'am. I'm starving. While I'm kicked back in a 3-bedroom and everything, living lovely. Then she gonna say, ma'am, what's your job title? I say, ma'am, they won't hire me anywhere. I don't have no job. I've been putting application after application and just like nothing work. Yeah, that lady was on the phone. She said, ma'am, I'm so sorry for all of this that you're going through. She said, we just shipped your card out. You should have about $1,000 on your card from last month and this month, and your balance and your payment every month is gonna be $300. I was like, thank you so much, ma'am. Like, you just don't understand how hungry I've been. Let me tell y'all something. This was wrong with y'all. I know y'all mama ain't tell y'all. You don't gotta tell everybody the motherfucking truth.
I know tears will get you a lot these days because a lot of people can challenge empathy, but the abuse of empathy is something that they need to call out. Just like Elon Musk sent an email to the people at the federal government, can you just describe the things that you have done before you get the taxpayers' money? Can you please justify how you are in that position other than showing me tears?
Really?
Because I'm not saying tears is bad, but if there's always tears without an explanation, I want an explanation. And that's why Trump is doing this. The fraud is rampant. But TikTok gave people such huge, humongous balls, anecdotally, to be confident to spew this online.
Oh, you see, your actions have consequences.
I always want to remind people, by doing this, you're going to mess it also for people that actually need it in an honest way. Now they're going to get judged more. And because they feel judged, they feel attacked. And you are standing behind him. I'm in your team, but I'm lying.
Stephanie from the Resilient Jenkins literally just told us the reason why it's hard for her to just go out and get a place is because she's always been on assistance for at least 30-something years. Now, if you have never lived on assistance, then you don't understand this type of fear. The system is literally built to put fear in you so that you don't leave. If you have never had to pay real bills in all of your 30-something years, and now you have to start doing that, it's very scary.
The system was never built for that, but somebody took advantage of it, and they never corrected it out of empathy.
So y'all remember that time that I got on TikTok telling y'all about the food stamps. Do y'all remember that time I got on here and told y'all about the food stamps? Why the fuck did they turn my food stamps off? And I gotta pay back $35,000. They turned my food stamp off and I gotta pay back $35,000. Now I'm fucking aggravated because how y'all didn't know I was playing on here? Y'all just running with shit. But them motherfuckers really turned my goddamn food stamps off and I have to pay them back $35,000. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna get $35,000 from, but I have to pay them back. So y'all, watch what y'all put on the internet because everything is not for the internet. And I learned it.
Why? That's the thing that I keep telling people. And now, maybe this time your tears didn't work. Because you told everybody, I use my tears to get whatever I want. I don't know, man. Maybe they were even sympathetic. But then they found out where you live. How much you lie. That you lived more comfortable than the people working there. Because maybe the people giving you the food stamp might not even live comfortable. The middle class people are usually living in a lot of struggles too. And then they realize, yo, you're one of them. But it means that you're a fraudulent person.
Now I'm sitting here stuck, hungry as fuck, no food. And I don't got a fucking $35,000, so I don't know where they think I'm about to get that from.
I think it's a good thing. You're being held accountable. You're not fraudulent. You're going to learn to manage your money. You're going to appreciate all the food that you're going to get in the future. And hopefully in the long-term investment to avoid fraud, I think it's good for the society so we can actually help the people that actually need it, that don't live in a 3-bedroom apartment.
Don't get me wrong, ma cosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam. Turloqueta verdetta welcome.